Hey my friends, I'd like to invite you all over to my brand new YouTube channel, The Spiritual Awakening. Now for those of you that don't know me, my name is Minister Les Brinkley. Some of you know me as Earl. But I'd be real honored to take your hand in discipleship through these series of real powerful teachings. Now these are just raw messages that come from a lifetime of tragedies and just going through the wilderness with God and just training with Him. And I'm really excited to be able to pour into you what God has poured into me over the years. So let's start by just taking a quick look at a snippet from the first series. It's entitled The 7 Failures of the Church. And just be forewarned, this is PG-13 stuff. Take a look. Men of God, I'm telling you, we've been targeted and attacked by the spirits of lust and perversion. And there are countless men that have been sucked into the abyss of pornography. Because if we could really do an accurate count of Christian men that were addicted to porn, the numbers would be staggering. It's a nasty, diabolical stronghold that I despise. And I'm telling you, it's way more prevalent in the church than we really want to admit. And why is that? It's because it's simple. It's embarrassing and it's real shameful. The wives in these marriages become sexually abandoned and emotionally victimized. Look, pornography brings a wedge into Christian marriages that has made it one of the leading causes of divorce in the church today. It's simple, man. The devil knows that the church is weakened when the families that comprise it are broken ones. There are so many single parent families in the church today because these are usually the victimized families that are trying to survive the aftermath of the sexual immorality that took the marriage down from the beginning. They're looking for answers to questions that they're too embarrassed to ask and questions that most pastors don't want to answer. And far too often it's because the pastor or the co-pastor or the youth leader is caught up in the sexual immorality and the pornography himself. We as godly warriors have just flat out failed to take authority over these seducing spirits and tame the lust of the flesh with the word of God, because nothing else will work. These are secret sins that so many millions of men struggle with every day. And we're not just talking about laymen in the church. We're talking about pastors, priests, bishops, music ministers, youth ministers. In fact, they may be under more attack because they're in leadership roles. That's like a classic demonic strategy. Kill off the lieutenants and the privates will scatter. And you know, when people see this kind of lewd behavior in the church, it not only makes them lose faith in the church, but it often makes them blame God for what they saw. And they scatter. They eventually just leave the church and slide right back into the world. It's an epidemic that's way bigger than the COVID-19 pandemic. Way bigger. Wow, God is doing some really big things in the earth. So welcome aboard. I invite you on the journey and just click that link and don't let the train leave without you. Until I see you again, may the peace and the grace and the light of God shine upon you with the power of His great love. God strong always.